What's up, everybody? This is young Byron with Up in the House Records TV. I just wanted to give you a video up on Mr. Trump want to ban all Muslims from the United States. I just think that's kind of dangerous in a way because it's not every Muslim is considered a terrorist. I don't think every Muslim should have to be banned from the USA. And let me give you a video explaining why he wants to ban all Muslims.
And in the wake of that terror attack, GOP frontrunner Donald Trump now calling for the total and complete shutdown of Muslims entering the United States. Just moments ago, Donald Trump went on the record. Donald, you've issued a statement that there should be a complete shutdown of Muslims entering the United States. Is that your view?
Absolutely. We have problems going on. Nobody wants to talk about the problems. I watched the president last night in one of the most ridiculous speeches I've ever seen, and he doesn't want to address the real problem. He won't even mention the name of what's going on. So when you have a president like that, you're never going to solve problems. So the answer is yes. You see the numbers. You've seen what I put out, where 25% of those polled agree that violence against Americans is justified, and 61%, 51% want to be governed according to Sharia law. We can't have that. This is the people living here, Greta. We can't have it.
Donald, what about the members of our U.S. military who are Muslims who are serving overseas tonight? What do you say to them? They want to come home.
They'll come home, and we have to be vigilant, and we have to take care of the Muslims that are living here, but we have to be vigilant. We had two of them living here, and they had guns, and everybody, they had tremendous, they had bombs, they had ammunition. Everybody knew that something bad was going to happen. And for the sake of political correctness or anything you want to call it, they refused. People that knew what was going on refused to report these people, and many people died. So we can't allow this to happen.
Well, what I don't understand, though, there are a lot, as I maybe didn't hear my question right, is that there are Americans serving in our military who are Muslims who are overseas on bases. Do you apply this rule to them?
No, they would come home. They would be able. Anybody here stays, but we have to be very vigilant. There's a lot of bad things going on. When you look at these polling numbers that came out, there is tremendous hatred. There's tremendous animosity.
Let me turn off this clown. For one, you cannot ban Muslims, all Muslims from the United States. There's no way that they will allow you to ban all Muslims. And also what a lot of people don't know is a lot of UK countries have banned Mr. Trump from their territory. And the Prime Minister, he wanted to meet with the Prime Minister, but the Prime Minister don't want to meet with Mr. Trump. He's full of baloney. He's saying that he will let the veterans that are Muslims to come home and stuff, and saying that it's 25% of them that's doing it and stuff like that. That's totally baloney. You got Crips and Bloods and gangs in America. Won't you ban Crips and Bloods and gangs? Won't you ban racism? Won't you ban all terrorists from coming into the USA? But I don't think that Donald Trump would be a really good president anyways, because he don't even know what he's talking about half the time, and he likes to, talk bad about people. And I just don't think that we need a man that has a demeanor like that. And he's not good for this country, and he doesn't care about you. He sure don't care about his Republican Party, and his Republican Party does not care about him. The reason why his numbers are going up because people are tired of politicians, and he's not a politician. It's like he stated on Bill O'Reilly Factory. He's not a politician. And I kind of wish that Ben Carson was the front runner right now, because I just don't like Donald Trump being the front runner. I like him as a businessman, but I don't respect him as a political person that's running for Oval Office. You know, he does not have a future for us. He's very dangerous. And so far, a Muslim, a store owner, he was inside his store, and this Donald Trump supporter bashed him upside the head and started hitting him and stuff like that, and he had bruises and stuff like that. I just wanted to let y'all know that Mr. Trump will not become president of the United States, and I know that for a fact. So y'all can get that out y'all head right now. So let me show you a video of what I'm talking about.
Sense approach. So there was a Muslim store owner that was beaten by a Donald Trump supporter because, you know, Donald Trump speaks to that primitive racist mind, and you know how they act. They just retaliate with violence because these people, you know, been harboring that hate within their heart forever because they're raised to hate people, and all they see is violence. They don't know how to handle it any other way. Let's go ahead and roll the clip.
Diner under Sarker Hawk's left eye begins to tell the tale of his ordeal Saturday afternoon. He picks up the story.
He punched me, yeah? So I felt on like that, you know. I said, "What the hell are you doing, man? What's wrong with you?" So then he said, "I kill Muslim."
I kill Muslims. That's what attacker Piro Kolvani said, according to police, to this American citizen who immigrated to New York from Bangladesh, who Kolvani beat again and again.
He punched me as much as he can, you know, left hand. Then he grabbed me here. And then he punched me here. Then...
The daylight attack on Mr. Hawk was the latest of recent attacks on Muslims and the Muslim community in New York and the Northeast. We had to blur out this photo in evidence from a Philadelphia mosque where a pig's head was tossed on Sunday against the building. A blatant attack against a religion that considers pork unfit for proper consumption. And at this school in the Allerton section of the Bronx, PS 89, authorities monitor an incident where 6th graders tried to remove a girl's hijab, her head covering, and said she was in ISIS.
It's again this ignorance and misunderstanding and associating Islam with, again, acts of violence or misunderstanding the religion itself.
She's the local director of the Council on American Islamic Relations. She and the victim of this latest attack point out the other side of the general increase of incidents.
That person came, he knows me. So he said, wait, I'm bleeding this time. Then he don't know.
He took hold of him, he says, through tears about a customer, a Latino man who saw what was happening and held down the attacker until police came. Another passerby had called 911. Neither Good Samaritan is Muslim.
It doesn't matter what color or, what nationality. We are in America. From where everybody came from somewhere.
It's a fact that he and she say is important to embrace in the wake of some heavy anti-Muslim rhetoric coming now from the campaign trail and one campaigner in particular.
There are people out there, a large percentage, that oppose him as well, and we have to focus on changing that conversation, showing America that Islam is not the Islam that Donald Trump envisions.
Now, look at this man, okay? This man was attacked.
Yeah, what's up, everybody? They even had a head of a pig. How gross and disgusting and how sick is Mrs. Trump's supporters is. They hate Muslims so much. Won't they hate racism? Won't they hate racist people? Because Muslims are not the ones that's racist. So y'all can get that at y'all head, and I'm gonna let y'all know more on this story as it develops. And have a good day, and have a good Wednesday tomorrow. Bye bye.